teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a real Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it up before the snow, we still gon' break holes. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Grant, the Cub. We got Baron here. How you guys feeling?
Better, even though miserable, but happy, somewhat happy.
I'm good. Bears won on Sunday, Cubs won today, so I'm in a good mood today.
Okay. I mean, this is week 4, guys. So we're finishing up week 4. We're in our bye week now. It's an early bye, but it's us and Minnesota. That first quarter of our season is over. So we got a lot to talk about, a lot to break down and kind of check out and decide is it good, bad, or indifferent going forward for the season. Deuce in the building. Appreciate you jumping in, Deuce. To be honest, they made the play. I'm a Rams fan. I get it. You definitely get it, Deuce. I mean, that was rumbling, bubbling, stumbling. You had the game won. You had the champs on the ropes. You beat them. But you gotta beat the champ to be the champ, and I picked you guys to be in the Super Bowl, so I need y'all to go ahead and do that.
Shout out Tutu Atwell, by the way, for the Rams.
Tutu Atwell,
yeah. Took a while, but he finally developed.
No, it's because the Rams should have beat the Eagles. I think the Rams won that game,
but they lost it.
You fumbled. You have to finish the whole thing, kick it, be done. To be a champion, you got to win the game.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So appreciate you being in Deuce. Deuce is the GOAT. He is awesome. He is with our Spoilers Kings channel. He's always there for us. So I really appreciate him being here tonight. Guys, I want to talk about this football game. This was an ugly game to watch. It's just some facts. The Bears started their drives on the other teams, the Raiders, 50-yard line or greater 5 times. They had so many turnovers. And with all that being said, we still found ways to not perform and not really look good on offense.
Yeah.
But we won. So with all that, I mean, who cares? At the end of the day, we won.
Yeah.
So, and the Bears proved it with their win. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, you got the W. But what does that mean? All right. So I just want
a lot of things. There's a lot of things to spruce up, but I do actually think that there might be we can actually tell the team's a little different because we normally always lose this type of stuff. We always lose it.
I want to give you each 1 minute to talk about what you thought about the game. So Baron, you go ahead and start now. Go
ahead. First half, everything looked horrible on the offensive end. Caleb was missing wide open people and feel like he was looking at ghosts half the time. He's like not seeing everything. Ball's constantly batted. Right field at right tackle was getting killed. And Max Crosby practically lived in the backfield. Braxton Jones missing blocks half the time. Prince and Kuntz is in the backfield just as much. We weren't able to do anything on the ground game. Second half, Caleb improved. We switched tackles, at least hold off their rush for a little bit so we could actually get some stuff going. We actually looked like the offense from like the beginning of the year, where it's like you can move the ball, but you're not able to do anything. We can move the ball now. The defense got a bunch of takeaways, but can't stop the run. I don't know how, because we spent a decent chunk of money on that. And the secondary did their best to try to keep us in the game. But at the end, we did enough. Special teams finally showed up. Finally showed up after the first 4 weeks, and we won the game.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Grant. You got a minute.
First off, Max Crosby is a dog. He made his presence known the whole first half. We couldn't block him. We couldn't try. We had the chip. We couldn't chip him. He was jumping over people. It's just that he was a straight out freak out there. But that's no excuse for how the offense played in the first half. They were awful.
Yeah.
Caleb went back to his old habits with his footwork being awful as well. Still playing buddy ball with Rome, which, like I said, Rome is our number one. I think that's set in stone now, but still playing buddy ball. Cole Kmet had a horrible game. You know, he was dropping passes. He was open, missing
False
blocks.
starts.
Yeah, false starts, stuff like that. But like I said, the defense they kept us in the game, but I kind of had a feeling that Jitty was going to get off this game. You know, we have trouble stopping the run the whole season, and I had a sense that Jitty was going to get off this game. But you got to give a shout out to the secondary. Al Harris, who I thought was an underrated pickup in the offseason. These guys playing out of their mind as far as Tyreek Stevenson's concerned, Kevin Byer, who's a ball hawk, is concerned. We have all these injuries in the secondary, and they came to play. So, like I said, that's a huge plus with all these guys supposedly coming back after the bye week, to Kyler Gordon, and then hopefully Jalen Johnson plays this year. But if you get Kyler Gordon back with the way the secondary has been playing, it's a really huge underrated plus for us. But like I said, we got to get better after the bye. This whole 2 weeks, we need to get reset, see what we need to improve on. And like I said, hopefully when we come out against the Commanders, we have a new left tackle. And, you know, like I said, I like the way Ozzie played, but he only can play right tackle right now. But like I said, it's a plus. It's some plus and minuses throughout the game. But we got the win. That's all that matters.
Okay. I'm just going to read you guys some facts. Okay. The top 5 worst graded offensive players this week. We have Theo Benedict is number 1, the worst, but 38.7%.
I can see that.
Okay. Number 2, Braxton Jones, 41.3. Number 3, Cole Kmet, 46.9. Number 4, Ozzie Trapillo, 47.9. Number 5, Durham Smythe, 49.4. So what does that mean? We
got bullied up front.
Our top 5 worst graded Bears on offense were either tackles or tight ends. All 5 were either tackles or tight ends.
We just love him this week. I'm not gonna lie. We needed him out there. I'm not saying he's gonna make it. I don't know
if he would have did anything at tight end.
You think he probably did any better at blocking?
No, like Max was running through everyone he wanted to. So did Kuntz. He also ran through everyone he wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you think the Bears missed Darnell Wright this week?
Yes. Yep. I think people need to. They're getting mad at. They're saying, "Oh, we don't need Darnell Wright because of the false starts." He's actually, if not our best lineman right now, besides Tooney.
Okay.
Besides Tooney, yes.
I'm going to read you the offense's best grades this week. Number 1, Kyle Monangai was 70.8. Our best is at 70.8. Number 2 is Joe Tooney, 66.6%. Number 3, Drew Dowman, 65.4. Number 4, Roma Dunze, 65.3. And number 5, Olamide Zaccheaus, 65.1. Now, Monangai only had 4 rushes for 18 yards. But his average is 4.5 yards per carry. So he only has limited rushing, opportunities. I think it looks good for Joe Tooney and Drew Dowman. This is probably the best game where they're starting to get a little comfortable. I'm enjoying that. Rome, of course, led the Bears as a wide receivers in yards again. With I think he had 60 yards and a touchdown, so 69 yards and a touchdown. Zaccheaus had a decent game too. So like I'm looking at it, and it looks very familiar. It feels very familiar, but I don't believe they're playing very familiar. I think they're getting coached a lot better. But my question is, do we have the offensive lineman that we need to have on this team right now?
I'll say this.
This is Bears, Commanders, Commanders next with JDB. I surely hope not. I need Daniels to be on the sidelines, sitting the hole in the clipboard. That'd be great.
Yeah, it feels like the holes are holes are the same. We're better coach to coach around the holes now.
I think with this line, I think in the off season, I know that's far away, but right guard is another hole at right guard, and we still have that hole at left tackle. That's the two things we need to look at in all season to get better at, because Jonah Jackson has been a joke, and Braxton Jones has been a joke for a couple of years now. So, yeah, those are the key positions, in my opinion, that we need to look at in all season. So, or the trade deadline, if you can find somebody at the trade deadline.
Well, speaking of the trade deadline, the Texans traded offensive tackle Cam Robinson to the Browns. So Cam Robinson was available for a 6th-round pick.
Nothing.
For a 6th-round pick. Yeah. I don't know what we're doing, but that doesn't sound right. So, I'm at a point right now where I'm thinking Jonah Jackson, the only reason he's still in the game is because we paid him so much money. I believe we should be having Ryan Bates at right guard, give him an opportunity. Either Ryan Bates or Luke Newman, put him at right guard and see what they got. Amagachi's not ready to play right guard, and he's hurt anyway. I'm saying that we need to change that up. I think we need to go for the whole new line going forward.
Like a whole new line as far as
at those two places.
So I mean, you need to go. I would trade to get a left tackle. I would rather have a trade of a left tackle. But if you're going Benedict, I think if you go Benedict, you're going to end up going back to Braxton Jones eventually, because he doesn't have the skills or the experience. Joe Tooney is fine. Joe Tooney, Drew Dalman's fine being center. I think you need to go Ryan Bates at right guard, and Darnell Wright at right tackle. I think that's what needs to happen.
I probably would try. I would like Luke Newman though. Luke Newman looked okay in the preseason.
If I'm going with this lineup, I need experienced people. I need people that have played before, and Luke Newman has not been a career starter. You can't have too many young guys. You need to have some older guys there in the middle that can at least talk to each other and pass people off. I think that would be a really good thing to see, and that we could see, something new here. You need to start making moves. And if you're not going to use DJ Moore, honestly, at this point, if you're not going to use DJ Moore and Caleb's just not going to look at him, even though he's wide effing open, trade him. Go ahead, just trade him. I'm tired of seeing him wide open like this. Caleb just doesn't throw him the ball. I don't know why he doesn't look that way. He doesn't even read it that way. So just trade him. Either go get you a defensive end or get you a running back.
Cole Kmet too. No,
Cole Kmet is still part of the offense. He's still part of what's going on.
He's playing horribly in the offense.
But I think he had a bad game. But if you look at his grades, his week 3, his week 2, his week 1, he is still a top 5 offensive player.
I still think the way that Caleb is not throwing him the ball. That's my thing. If you're like you said about DJ. Cole Kmet had a bad game. I mean, you look at the false starts, and stuff like that. But it's just like they're not throwing him the ball enough. That's your safety blanket.
But he's also helping block. He's helping the block. He's also helping to do other things.
No, of course. But he's open on a lot of plays, though.
I will say this, dudes. I don't appreciate you giving me Jonah Jackson. It came from you. He came from you. Don't appreciate it. Don't appreciate Sheldon. Don't appreciate Jonah Jackson. So I think you can use Cole Kmet as of a blocker. You could, especially with these bad tackle play, you could do other things with him. And that makes sense to hold on to him. But this still comes back to the main point I said in the offseason during the draft time. You need to know what you're doing. You have to have a plan that makes freaking sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like anything they did made sense. And none of it actually affected the game correctly.
Yeah.
Offensive line is still terrible. Our running backs are still terrible. And we were one player. Our pass rush is still terrible. And we were one player away from getting all those guys. Can't trade up and get the guy you want. I'd rather have 3 guys I want out of the draft than 7 guys that are okay.
I still think Luther Burden is probably DJ Moore's eventual replacement. The way it's looking.
That doesn't seem like a waste of a pick, especially after you got tight end too.
I mean,
and it's like DJ Moore was the problem. So you thought it was more important to find DJ Moore's replacement than find Braxton Jones' replacement or DeAndre Swift's replacement?
Yeah, I don't.
Does it make any sense?
They should have made that trade to get what's that guy from Ohio State? Well, one of the guys from Ohio State. They should have got. Yeah. They should have got him.
Travion Henderson. You could have got Travion.
Or you could have got a Marion Hampton if you wanted him.
He's a first rounder.
Jonah Jackson did his job and sent his key. He's doing awful here. 50-50 it's a coin flip to see if he actually does his job. But Jonah Jackson for us. Yeah. And then what's going on with Roshan Johnson? If Monangai doesn't even know the playbook, what's going on with Roshan? Roshan can't get a carry? 2 deep at running back is good enough?
Yeah, I don't know what the game plan is going on, or like I said, it's our running back. It's not. Ben Johnson's offense is run heavy. If we can't run the ball, Caleb have to throw like 40 to 50 times. So you see how that went.
He did.
He throws 40, 50 times. Right. I'm just saying, if we cannot find a run game, it's going to continue to happen. The play action is going to be a non-factor.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to step back and pretty much
have to step back. And like I said, when the more you bring, like I said with Caleb, well, that's with any quarterback, mainly with him. The more you bring him pressure, his feet get sporadic, and he starts making mistakes. Happy feet. He gets ghost. So, like I said, that's what I'm saying. As far as you were right, as far as Brian, the running back should have been the number one focus in the offseason, inside the left tackle.
Dude says, well, that's on Chicago. Everyone knows how it goes. I definitely understand that.
Probably should have taken Blake from you. Probably should have taken Blake.
Oh, Blake Horn?
Yeah. Has been between back.
No, we don't need another non-good running back. Stop giving me bad running backs, bro. No, go get me Travion Henderson. Go get Quinshawn Judkins. You should have traded up in the first round, in the second round to go grab it. Quinshawn Judkins is about to be a monster.
Aaron,
get out here. Get out.
In limited action. In limited action against the Packers, he was running hard.
And he could have been in the Bears uniform. You could have. You didn't decide. I'll trade out in the 9th pick. I'll trade down. If you want Luther Burden, go grab Luther Burden. Get extra second-round picks to get you your running back, your left tackle, and you get Luther Burden too. You could have had all 3 of those guys.
Or you could have kept David Montgomery.
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years.
Still, if we wouldn't have had this problem, you had David Montgomery. You already had the guy, David Montgomery. So,
yeah. Who says Corin will learn how to catch? Maybe you ain't gonna know how to run. We already got a guy who can't run. We got 2 of those. We got 2 of them. We don't need another guy who can. Let's just get all the Infinity Stones of all the guys who can't run. Let's get them all. I don't know what we're doing. All right. With that being said, let's look at our defense. Our defense had some decent game. Kevin Byard had an A grade. What would you guess that Kevin Byard's grade was? For
94.
94.
94.1. All right, number 2. Who do you guess will be the number 2 guy on the defense?
Tyreek Stevenson.
Tyreek Stevenson is playing like a monster right now. A ball hawk cornerback that I didn't trust at all because he literally lost us 3 games last year. And Tyreek is doing crazy work with a 93.3. Most elite players that are on our entire team right now. All right. Now, we have a defensive tackle, defensive end, and a cornerback that rounds up the top 5.
Sweat is one of them.
Montez Sweat is number 4 with 66.5.
I don't know how.
Because that's how bad the rest of the defensive ends are.
Is it just because he can run stop? Only one that can run stop.
It's
He
it's,
also got pressure on the quarterback too.
And Billings too, right?
Billings.
Mm-hmm. And Billings is number 3.
And I'm guessing
6.9.
McLeod.
No, McLeod did not score well. Josh Blackwell got 64.3.
Oh, because of blocking.
Josh Blackwell. Okay. So those are our best ones. Who do you think is our Steve, you guys each guess one guy who did terrible on defense grades.
Edmonds.
Edmonds is 5th, 49.6.
Let me guess. Nashawn Wright.
Nashawn Wright is 4. 49.2.
Turner.
No.
Sewell.
No. Even though Sewell did not do well.
Brisker.
2 defensive ends and a defensive tackle.
Oh, 2 defensive.
Dingbo.
Dingbo.
Dingbo was the worst defensive player graded. With a 41.7.
That's the highest free agent signing too.
Mm-hmm.
Highest paid free
Spent
agent.
a lot of money for someone to be the worst defensive end, worst defensive player graded. The last 2 are Jonathan Ford, 46, and Antone Paxson, whatever, the defensive end, who got 46.2 and he got destroyed off the line.
Yeah,
destroyed. Destroyed. Like, bro, was not good. So I say all of that to show you guys that we didn't have this unbelievable offensive game. We had 2 elite defensive players, and everyone else was pretty much just run of the mill, and we found a way to win. Okay, so that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are in our bye week. What do we need to do?
Bring as many running backs in for a workout as possible.
You think you're gonna find a diamond in the rough running back right now?
Find somebody. Bring Matt Forte out of retirement.
So we've had 2 running back trades this year.
Bigsby and Robinson.
So we couldn't get any of them. What should we do?
I think we should start monitoring teams that are like 0-3. That maybe
0-4. No, 0-4. 1-3 and 0-4.
Yeah, that we should probably look at to see if they're going to try to be sellers at the deadline and monitor the situation. Left tackles too. Even like I said, we need to fit Braxton Jones down. Like I said, my main thing is this. I want to ask you this, Brian. When Kyler Gordon comes back, they're gonna put him back in his regular slot position, or they may move him outside because they can move him outside.
Yeah, because McLeod can handle it. McLeod can handle the slot thing.
Yeah, you could put Nick McLeod and keep Nick McLeod in the slot. So that's something that can work. I think bringing TJ Edwards back is going to help us out a lot too. Having TJ Edwards
on defense, having someone who's going to call the defense and be able to make all the tackles because Sewell gets used like crazy.
He can tackle his butt off though. Sewell, we just can't cover it.
No, he doesn't do a good job tackling. He gets in the way and people fall down on his body.
Yeah.
But I think my main thing is if Caleb can just bring the guys together and try to get a rapport with DJ Moore and these other guys besides Roma Dunze, that can really help us out during the battle.
No, he has rapport. Feels like everyone except DJ Moore.
No, I'm saying he can bring. I said he could bring him in so he can get more rapport with him, because like I said, he's running routes out there for no reason. It seems like, and he's probably running. He's expanding his route tree. He's gotten better with his route. This staff has him running routes out of his mind right now. He's not throwing the ball. They're trying to. That's not a good sign when they're trying to find ways to get you the ball, putting him in the backfield. They're trying to find ways to get him the ball. That's a bad sign. That's a terrible sign.
He's wide open.
Yeah. If they got to put you in the backfield to try to get you touches, that is not good for the long term. They're trying to do that. That means you're not fitting well in this offense. So if they can just figure out a way to say, hey, He's getting open. Get him the damn ball. Because at some point, they're going to have safeties over the top for Rome. And Caleb still try to throw it that way. Hospital ball, Rome's going to get hurt. Because they saw that one play through it with 3 people on him.
You mean the play from 2 weeks ago?
No, it was a play against the Raiders. They threw him. It was like 3 people on Rome. It was high.
And it was funny because DJ Moore was wide open on the other side of the field. Wide open.
It doesn't make sense. You're supposed to. Ben Johnson's played be a point guard. Right now, he's just being he's just doing whatever he wants on the field. That's not a good sign for the team.
Okay. So, is there any other moves that you think the Bears should have? Do you like the idea that Theo Benedict will start left tackle?
It's worth a shot because Braxton Jones played bad, but
I just hope I don't know. I hope he's not as clueless. Don't look as clueless out on the field. Because Braxton Jones is like a 4-year starter. He's a 4-year starter at left tackle. You should know what you should do.
But I also think, too, coming off an injury, the gruesome injury that he had, too, he probably doesn't trust his feet as well either.
No, dude. There's one play where he's out there not knowing who to block.
That too.
Everyone's screaming at him. Everybody's screaming at him. He's the block. You got him, right? You missed him.
He goes for the inside guy, doesn't even go for the outside guy who runs the play.
Yeah. He's having a lot of miscommunication with Joe Tooney, too, on combo blocks and stuff like that.
Because he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. So I would go out. I would try to make a trade for somebody, but I know they're probably either gonna go to Theo Benedict and then still try to develop Ozzie and move him over there. But like I said, I don't think that's going to happen. But I think that's what they're going to try to do, as far as not try to give up any draft picks for a left tackle. But could have got Cam Robinson for basically nothing.
Yeah.
So,
do you need to find another edge rusher?
Yes.
Because you got to find a way to put pressure on somehow.
Yeah.
Either that or hope Austin Booker's continues his development, but I don't think so.
Like I said, it's worth a shot. If Austin Booker can play like he did in preseason, I know it's preseason, that could take a whole lot of weight off Poles' shoulder, but you can never have enough pass rushers. You need more than that.
What you're saying is, once again, that the Bears need to fix the 3 positions they need to fix last year.
They should have fixed it 2-3 years ago, not just last year.
But the same thing, we went to the draft and he said the Bears needs, and then he's saying that the Bears have the same needs still.
Well, that's what you get for drafting like Poles is drafting like he won a Super Bowl already. He's drafting luxury. He's not drafting for need. He's drafting luxury. That's a problem. You're not
drafting the same guys you already have stars at that position.
Yeah. So then now we have to fit all these guys in unnecessarily. We got to fit all these guys in somehow. Got to get them touches.
Yeah.
But if you got the guy that won't give him the damn ball, then it's like they're just running out there, just running.
Yeah.
So
it's your team, man. These are your guys.
Like I said, and I like Loveland. I like Bird. But like I said, at the same time, what's the point of drafting these guys if your quarterback can't see the damn field? It ain't about read defenses anymore. These guys are open. It's not about that. These are easy reads. I mean, like I said, these guys are getting open. They're getting schemed open. It's not like people have to really work hard to get open. These guys are getting open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing too many overthrows, dirt balls. You know how many times I've seen Caleb throw a dirt ball at somebody's feet?
Yep.
I mean, come on, man.
All right. So this is what I'm looking at. Look at our schedule going forward. So we have Washington, right? Then New Orleans, then Baltimore, then Cincinnati, then New York Giants. All right.
All winnable games.
If you beat Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely win against New Orleans, right?
Yep.
Baltimore, I don't think is a winnable game. I don't care what they're doing. I still have them in my top 7 football teams in the entire NFL.
If Lamar doesn't play,
it doesn't matter.
Does Lamar play?
If Lamar doesn't play,
yes, Lamar's going to be playing by week 8.
They says no timetable for it. We don't know if he can't
you
play.
Know.
We don't know.
I'll guarantee you right here.
You think you're going to fix your defense? You think you're going to fix your defense?
Defense is in hot water.
I don't think it's that bad. I think what it is they're playing against the best offensive players. They've had the worst opening schedule, which they could have beat each one of these teams. They could have won.
Detroit.
So like we're looking at them with this eye and not realizing they could have won all those games.
Buffalo should have beat Buffalo. They should have
won all those games. If we don't have two key fumbles, they're 3-1 right now.
Yeah. And their secondary's hurt. Jair Alexander hasn't played a game yet.
Jair Alexander has played and he was playing terrible. But it doesn't matter.
He's over the hill. He's over the hill. He's
done. But you could beat Washington, you could beat New Orleans, you could beat Cincinnati, you could beat New York.
There's no Malik Neighbors. So
there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the next 5. 4 of the next 5 games you can win. Going into Minnesota.
You could be 7-3. 6 or 7-2.
6-3. Right. 6-3, yeah. Going to Minnesota would be 6-3.
You gotta lose in Baltimore. You gotta lose in Baltimore then, right?
100%. Yeah. I'm not under this. We look terrible. Baltimore looks great. We just happen to play a team that's worse. All games are not created equal. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. They lost to the Bills. They lost to Kansas City Chiefs. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, they would have beat 98% of the rest of the teams in the entire NFL. They lost to the Bills, the Lions, and the Chiefs. And they could have beat the Lions. They could have beat the Bills. Like, what are we doing? Come on, guys. Let's be real.
You lost Matt BK for the year.
Their backups are better than our regular people. They have a third string running back on that team right now. That will start for us.
Ali?
Justice Hill.
Yeah, he will start.
Like, what are we doing, guys?
Wait, isn't he the second one? Isn't he the second string?
They have
Henry, Hill,
Keaton Mitchell would start on this team. That's their fourth string. So don't get this out your mind. This is a good team. They're better than us on almost every position. Stop. Okay. But I don't want to rain on our parade. We could go 6-3, go to Minnesota and redeem ourselves. We could come out of Minnesota 7-3.
Good.
That's possible. But I think they really need to work on the problems that we have with this team.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you happy about this Cowboys Packers game?
No.
What did you want?
I wanted Cowboys to actually win the game, not tie.
Yeah.
Actually win the damn game, not tie.
No, they actually kind of did expose the little imperfections. They really can't stop the run. They may, but they can't. They may not be as bad as us, but they needed Kelly Clark at that. Because sometimes they need
Kenny Clark. I still think with the people were talking about the Packers or Super Bowl contenders and all that stuff. What just telling me is their defense is overrated. That's what they're telling me right now.
They have a great pass rush. They have a great pass rush.
They got a great pass rush, but everything after that is average at best.
Mm-hmm. So if you have a good offensive line, you can beat the Packers.
Yeah, you can beat anybody with a good offensive line. You can beat anybody.
And do we have a good offensive line?
No. Well, actually, better than years past, but not what we need it to be. So
we're average, low average. We're average.
We're average.
We're average in everywhere except left tackle.
I'll tell you what, our offensive line is terrible at picking up stunts. That's Green Bay runs stunts a lot. If we are terrible at picking up stunts. Terrible. So can we beat the Packers? Yes. Can we beat the Vikings?
That's kind of screams bad communication.
Yes.
Our communication.
Yeah. But it all depends on like I said, I think Jordan Love is severely overrated. I think everybody that he gets schemed open a lot, his receivers, he throws to his like the way he throws the ball is just how does somebody not intercept that or how does somebody not bat that down? Like I said,
he always gets picked. He tends to be pick artist. He's a bit of a pick artist.
Like I said, I just feel like Matt LaFleur is a really good coach because he's scheming guys open. That's like they're wide open in his offense. But
he might be a good schemer, but he's not a very great time manager.
I mean, we had Eberflus.
Yes, I don't
So
know. People in glass houses can't throw stones, bro.
yeah, we had Eberflus. You saw he was a time manager.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, to allude to the point of we could get out of Minnesota 7-3. That bodes well for the rest of the games. That bodes well for our confidence. Bodes well for our camaraderie. Bodes well for stuff like that. But like you said, the key point through this bye week and up to the trade deadline, we gotta get the things we need fixed. If that doesn't happen, then we're still gonna have these problems. And like I said, that's gonna bite us in the back by the end of the season. So I think the first thing is get everybody healthy, get everybody back. See what you got.
Just make sure we're missing Booker, Edwards,
Kyler Gordon. Because Gordon's gonna play when he comes back, right? Because he was limited the last week of practice, right?
Kyler Gordon, I actually thought that he was gonna play.
But they probably
thought the bye's coming up, and it was like
they held him out because of it. Mm-hmm.
Loveland was the same way, right? He could have played, or they just wanted to.
I heard Coastal Loveland probably wasn't going to play.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, like I said, coming off the bye,
they drafted him injured. They drafted him injured, and you're surprised he's injured now. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But also miss Grady Jarrett.
Yeah, I think our defensive line would have played better with Grady Jarrett there. He wouldn't have allowed it to just
he's starting to come into his own too. Even though that knee injury happened, he can still bring pressure up the middle.
And now that you have a week off, you already know who could play. We have a good chance coming out of this bye looking pretty decent. If we can figure out left tackle and running back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's switch it up. Let's go to waiver wires. Okay. This is week 5 waiver wire. We see what's going on. I mean, we got major injuries. Malik Neighbors towards ACL. Did y'all see which way Tyreek Hill's knee was facing? Did you see what?
He's lucky. We actually heard that the only thing he has is torn ligaments, not anything truly permanent.
I mean, that's still bad. We have dislocated knee and a torn ACL and LCL. That's not good. Yeah.
Oh, so he tore.
He didn't. No nerve damage, no blood flow damage. So even though it's dislocated knee, he's counting lucky stars. It's nothing.
I think it's
career ending.
I think career's over.
So Darren Waller.
No, let's stop. You guys not running this. First on quarterbacks. Give me a top 2 waiver wire quarterbacks. I'll tell you yes or no. The number one should be a no doubter.
Whoever's facing the Titans.
That's defense. The quarterback that you need to have right now and be looking for everywhere is Jackson Dart. If Jackson Dart is available in your league, you need to be grabbing him anywhere you can. He's going to be available. He runs the ball. He passes the ball. Those guys are dual action quarterbacks. Those are guys that you definitely want. So Jackson Dart should be your number one. Okay.
They get points.
So the second one I got, Tua. The question with Tua is, without Tyreek, can he continue to do this? Did the team do it despite Tyreek, or is this going to change something?
It's probably going to change something.
I don't know. I think that Tua might show that it's something, because a lot of times when you have your number one receiver there and he's demanding the ball and you're trying to push the ball to him, it hurts him. I think Darren Waller is not fool's gold, despite what Barron is saying. But we'll get to tight ends before we get there. My third one is Sam Darnold. It seems like he's done well. His stats for this year, I think he has 905 passing yards, 38 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think he's a good play. So I enjoyed it. He's rostered. He's 34% rostered, so he's available in most leagues. So I will look for Sam Darnold too. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got anybody?
How did you think Justin played on Monday night for him? Because I have him on my bench.
Not good.
He did okay. The Jets lost because of the mistakes they made. The Jets lost.
They were too emotional.
Braylon Allen fumbled on the 1 yard line. and then Justin Fields had that fumble. If they don't have that, then they win.
Their defense is terrible though.
Their defensive cornerbacks don't know how to play well together.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go to running back. I'm gonna start off our running backs with Woody Marks. I know we're all looking for Chubb to do something. Woody Marks was like he's going to be the one guy getting the ball. He had 17 carries for 69 yards and a touchdown. He had 50 yards, 4 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. I think that's probably the guy that's going to go forward until we see. Even when Joe comes back, Woody Marks might end up getting carries regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think Chubb is probably going off to the bench, and I don't know. I think that we could be looking at Woody Marks being the number 1 running back for the year.
Yeah.
For week 5, I'm going to have my second one. It'll be Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker. I don't know if you guys have noticed that we're going to have Bucky Irvin, who's hurt. Looks like he's going to miss week 5. With an expanded role with Rashad White. It looks like he's someone you could grab. I think he had 14 carries for 136 yards and a touchdown, which looked really, really good. I enjoyed watching him. It looked like they're going to give him the ball even more than Rashad White, even though Rashad White's the guy who's coming out of the backfield and catching passes. So with him being 3% rostered, even in deep leagues, Sean Tucker might be a really good find.
Yeah.
Okay.
For running back, you said Sean Tucker?
For running back. Yep. Yeah. And my third one was a monster this week. Kenneth mother effing Gainwell.
Yeah, Gainwell.
Man,
yeah.
Steelers are using him all the time. He's only 22% rostered, and the dude is producing. I think you need to look for Kenneth Gainwell. He produced in Philadelphia. He's now there. I think Kenneth Gainwell could be someone who's going to be a stay there. So no matter who's the real starter there, Gainwell's gonna get the ball. So I really like him as an add-on in the waiver wire pickup. Okay, you guys got that?
Yeah.
All right. Wide receivers. Number 1 is Darius Slayton.
Yes, Slayton.
He's now the one. He's now the one.
Well, Malik Neighbors out, and they throw the ball to one guy and one guy only a lot. Number 1 guy is Darius Slayton. You have to go get him right now.
Not Wan'Dale Robinson.
Actually, I have Wan'Dale. No, it's going to be Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton's the one who had the most targets. I think he's going to really benefit because he plays the same position. So you don't have to change. You don't have to change the entire offense. Jackson Dart's going to look for someone that he's playing with. Darius Slayton's the one who's been with him a little bit more. I think Darius Slayton's the one you have to pick up. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, Romeo Doubs. I said this in the offseason. Romeo Doubs. I have him on 3 of my teams. Yeah, dude. It looks like even with this bye week, I think Doubs is getting 6 to 8 looks all the time, and he's someone you have to continue to look for. I think he's going to get you 14, 15 points week after week. Well, Jaden Reed looked like he's going to be out with the foot and the collarbone. He looks like he's stepping right into the number 1 because it looks like Golden is not ready yet. Yeah. So Dobbs is becoming the number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude says Puka's number 1 wide receiver.
Yes.
He's number 1 on my team. And I love me having Puka Nacua. And Stafford could give him the ball, so he is killing it. Killing it. Now this third one is interesting. So I'm gonna go with Alec Ayomano. Out of Tennessee. Yeah. I think he looks like he's the guy that's working the best. I think he's had 25 targets in the first quarter season. That means we're talking about having over 100 targets for a player. He's 50% roster, but he's really your only rookie. Most of the times you're going to have him. He's looking in at at dynasty leagues most of the time. I think he could be a number 1 guy going forward. It doesn't matter where you want. You need to grab him and put him on your roster and watch what happens. Ayomano we said this last week with me and Mark says he is still there. Go grab him. Okay.
What about Ricky Pearsall?
Ricky probably shouldn't be available in most leagues. I think DeMarcus Robinson, being 4% roster, would be someone I will be looking at. You know, he actually, I know he didn't have a huge role, but it looks like Ricky Pearsall with the knee, and then Juwan Jennings with an undisclosed injury is kind of still hurt. Kendrick Bourne is not going to play, so I'll look at DeMarcus Robinson as someone I'll be looking at, especially in deeper leagues. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ricky's hurt. Ricky Pearsall's hurt. So it's the knee. It's the knee one with him. Yeah. So with that happening, DeMarcus Robinson's going to step right in. They're going to have to throw the ball. Still got George Kittle. That's out. So I'm just saying, those are guys that I'll be looking for. All right, tight end. I don't care what Barron is saying. Darren Waller showed you what he can be. So I've drafted him in multiple leagues. I put him on my IR spot, waiting for him to come back because they need a guy like him. Darren Waller came in as do you know what team he was drafted on?
Ravens.
The Ravens. Yes, he was a wide receiver for the Ravens, and it took some time for him to get his life in order, and he did really well with the Raiders. He went to the Giants. He had some real problems. Kelsey Plumlee kind of messed his mind up. He had to get his mind right. He had to take a year off, and now he is back. And I think he's going to be someone that you're going to be looking for touchdowns, going into the red zone, and being just an overall guy that you can target because he's so super uber athletic. So he's only 14% owned right now. So I will be jumping on the opportunity to find someone like that. Dude says D-Rob used to be on the Rams. It's his revenge game. He will get at least one touchdown. Guys, tells you DeMarcus Robinson, he was talented too.
Yeah.
He's gonna end up being that number one guy. As far as tight ends go, I'm gonna go Mason Taylor in my next one. Justin Fields is looking for him. Justin Fields needs a good tight end, and he's looking for Mason Taylor a lot. He's looking when he's there, he's targeting him. So what you really want out of a tight end is a guy who's gonna have opportunities to make big plays. Justin's looking for him. He's targeting him, especially when he's on the field. I would, especially deep leagues, look for him. All right. My third one is probably a more now tight end. But I don't know how his big plays are going to increase, but it'll be Britton Strange. Britton Strange on the Jaguar seems to be doing really well. He's averaging almost 9 to 10 points, between 9 and 10 points every week. So I think that Britton Strange is something you're going to look for, and that's going to be long-term help for him. So, I like those guys.
You don't like what about Theo Johnson from the Giants? He scored with Jackson Dart this past weekend.
So I'm gonna tell you this. So if I was ranking my tight ends, I will put Dalton Schultz in front of Theo Johnson. Though he is there, you don't know where he's going to be, how often he's going to be actually open, what's going to happen with that team. You don't know how he's going to break down without Malik Neighbors. I think Dalton Schultz with CJ Stroud with the Texans, I would rather check on. I think the Ravens are going to double team all the wide receivers, which means Dalton Schultz being open. I can see him having a good week going against the Ravens this week. I don't think the Texans win, but I can see them having Dalton Schultz have a good week.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good that you got Mason Taylor because Dallas defense is
awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Plain and simple. Real simple.
Well, there's teams. Unfortunately, we're one of them. That if you have a specific thing that in fantasy, you can always count on. Hey, we're facing the Tennessee Titans. Hey, let's get our.
I don't think so because for Chicago, we haven't been healthy at all this season. So you don't know what this team is on defense. When you start getting TJ Edwards back, when you start, getting Kyler Gordon back, if Jalen Johnson ever comes back, but I think we can still do it even without him. We will find out what this team really is.
No, it's not even the passing; it's the running game. It's the running game that I'm worried about.
Once again, you have to have your guys there. Grady Jarrett, when he's healthy, is going to stop the run. Yeah. So I just think they need to find a defensive end. that's going to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. That's a huge thing. Okay.
It might either we got trade one or Austin Booker finally develops a little.
Austin Booker is still too light in the butt. He can't play the run, so you got to be very careful with him.
He might go
but he can pass rush, but he can't pass rush.
You bring him in on passing downs, third and long.
He's still so light in the butt. The problem is you can, knock him off his feet.
You got to chip him. If you chip him or have a very good left tackle, you can just ball him.
He's not big enough. That's the problem. So he's not going to power. You have when you're defensive end, you have a move, right? And then you have counters to that move. The problem with Austin Booker is he's not strong enough to do that initial move. So his counters off that initial move is not there yet.
Yeah.
In a year, Austin Booker might pop off. This year they should have brought someone in.
He needs another year of development.
All right. So that's our waiver wire pickups. The guys, I think all these guys are viable options, especially going forward. This team, this league is going to change a lot more still. So I can't wait to see what happens after this bye week. But we're going to be able to take a week off because I'll be in Florida. So next week we will not have the Panda Grizzly show, but we'll be back the week after, making sure that we are telling you all about the Chicago Bears stuff. I was telling these guys I think I'm about changing the name of the show a little bit. So I think we got to have these guys incorporated a little bit more. So I can't wait to be able to do that. I can't wait to look at week 5 for the Bears and see what we actually did against the Commanders. The Commanders it's actually Monday Night Football that we're coming right back on. So October 13th, we'll have Monday Night Football be our next game. Till then, I'm Brian the Grizzly. We got Greg the Cub. We got Baron. Telling you guys peace, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks, dudes.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so